I'm aiming this something like right. Sorry, I'm shaking that a little bit. I'm here at the carnival. I went to the carnival. I didn't have a lot of time, so I just went on one ride. So I just bought tickets. I rode on the Mean Machine, which is my favorite ride. Probably can't see any of this in the background, but it's raining. Got my order of jalapeno poppers, which are somehow amazingly both burnt and overcooked. They're still tasty, though. Anyway, I thought I'd say something about carnivals since I'm at the carnival. Now, I realize by the time I post this, it's going to be terribly dated. But, I don't know, maybe I'll post links to this next time or something. Next time the carnival's in town. I like carnivals, and I think they're fun. And a lot of people think that they're not worth the time, that they're a ripoff or whatnot. I think such people kind of miss the point. I paid $8 for these jalapeno poppers. I've had better. But I didn't pay for the poppers. I also paid $4 to get on a ride. The ride, okay, I'll be honest, the ride is worth $4. I love the Mean Machine. Okay, that's the greatest ride. It's actually a lot better to get wristbands and just spend the day, spend a few hours, especially if you've got kids. Buy them a $20 wristband, let them go crazy, they'll sleep well. But I wanted to speak specifically to the overpriced nature of carnivals, because $8 for jalapeno poppers, not the best I've ever had. Is it worth that for the jalapeno poppers? No, it's not. I bought them anyway, and I gave the guy a tip. Because I understand carnivals. And the first thing I want to say is that mostly it's about the atmosphere. I just spent a bunch of time in the carnival, just wandering around, hanging out at the carnival, because I like that. Even though it was raining, I still had fun. And it's raining pretty hard, and the city's still here, which tells you how the city feels about carnival, because they're having a ball in there. I came out here to eat my poppers, because who wants soggy poppers? So, first of all, it's about the atmosphere. I love coming to carnivals because I love being at the carnival. I love hanging out at the carnival. You probably can't hear it, but you can still hear the screams in the background as the kamikaze goes up and comes down. And there's kids running around. There's teenagers hanging out, having a date night. And it's just a fun time. It's just a great place to be. The other part of it is that I don't think carnivals are overpriced, actually, because I know something about what it takes to run a carnival. Now, I've never been in one. I can't say I can identify. I've never worked the work, lived the life, which I imagine is difficult. But what I'm talking about is like, okay, see, there's this Ferris wheel here. Let's see if I can show you the Ferris wheel. That's the North Star Amusements Ferris wheel, which I'm getting a very poor shot of. Okay, that's the Ferris wheel. Okay, I looked into Ferris wheels because, as you hopefully know, if you're following Butte Halloween at all, I want to have a Halloween carnival. Okay, it's not going to be on this order. It's also not going to have $8 poppers. Okay, it's going to be cheap, but it's going to be with resources I have at my disposal, and it's going to be a lot of unique things. It won't be anything that's here, but it'll be a lot of things you don't see anywhere else. I don't want to spoil too much yet. Things are still rolling out. But I looked into a Ferris wheel. A lot of people said it would be cool to have a Ferris wheel at the carnival. And if you haven't looked into it, you don't know what those cost. You don't even have a clue. I ask people, and they generally think that it costs around what I used to think it cost to get a Ferris wheel. They thought it was, like, $40,000, $50,000. No. You can't get a piece of that Ferris wheel for that. You're a couple orders of magnitude off. A rundown Ferris wheel, the cheapest I could find that was not safe to operate, that I would have to do extensive work on before I would be able to roll it out for my carnival, was $500,000. Even. It was $500,000 at that time. And they went up from there very, very quickly. This Ferris wheel, I don't know what that's worth, obviously, but it's got some bells and whistles. There's the cage underneath. Some pretty cool animations. I don't really have a way to estimate, but I would say that that's probably a $1.2 to $1.5 million Ferris wheel there. That's just one rod. The carousel could easily be like $40,000. Things like the kamikaze and the tilt-a-whirl, well, not the tilt-a-whirl, things like the kamikaze and the spider that have to hold up to a lot of G-forces, those are probably considerably more, some of them, or else at least in the same price range. So we're looking at several $1 million worth of investment here. We're also looking at a staff of who knows? You can't actually see carnies unless you're at the ride. I guess there's probably like 20 to 50 carnies in there, all of whom have to be paid, and I haven't even talked about gas or permits or any of that yet. So I know it's an expensive business. So the point is, I didn't pay $8 for these jalapeno poppers because I knew the poppers are not going to be $8 poppers. Okay, it's carny food. I paid $8 and I paid $4 for a ride because I figured they went to all this expense and all this effort to bring the carnival here for kids to run around in, for teenagers to have a date night in, and to build memories. I still have memories of when I was like 8 or 10 and I went to a carnival. I remember this one carnival that I went to. Only in snippets, only in flashes. I couldn't build you a narrative, but there are certain images that are burned into my brain that are just part of who I am now because I went to that carnival. And I figure they are still carnivals today. A lot of things from my childhood aren't around anymore, and that's going to be increasingly true as time goes on. But I can still count on the carnival. They're always here, every year, twice a year. And I feel like if they went to the effort to be here, I should throw them a bone, and the least I can do is, give them $12 when they come through and throw them a $1 tip as well. And I hope next time the carnival's in town that you'll see your way to do the same.